Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Capricorn, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Emperor, and I actually feel like this is actually something to do with your work. I don't feel like it's like a husband or anything like that, or even a boss. I actually feel like this is about your work and your career. I think in a lot of ways this week you're going to be commanding yourself to go after something maybe that you've been scared to go for, maybe something that you haven't, a Capricorn scared of some form of work, but yeah, right, maybe there's something in the background that you can do or you've wanted to do for a while. You just haven't made that final push towards making it a reality. The other thing is as well, because it is the Emperor, I kind of get this feeling that there's something to do with big projects or big ideas that you're hoping to get off the ground or push out into the world in some way. The other thing is as well, because it is the Emperor, this is going to see you really paying attention to not only to the skill set that you have, but the application of the knowledge that you already have at your disposal. I don't know why, but I just get this feeling that a lot of you this week are like, right, I need to push forward with this. It's like there's something that you're now ready to get going with, that you're ready to start moving forward in some way, shape or form. So quick announcement, as you will have seen, the trailer for the 2022 videos are up. This is the 5th year that I'm doing them, I believe, and with that said, this year I have chosen to charge for them. I'm really sorry for those of you that are disappointed by this news, but I have kept the costs down as low as I possibly can. Each one is at least 90 minutes long, and I promise you I've packed as much as I possibly could into that time to make it worth it for you. So you can get one for $4.99, you can get 3 for $12.97, so if you want to get your sun, moon and ascendant one, and you can get the whole bundle of 12 for $24.99, and they're fully downloadable, so you can they're fully downloadable so that you can see them and watch them as many times as you choose, right? So they're totally accessible to you at any time. Thank you so much for those of you that do purchase them and support my work in this way. It really does mean a lot to me. And for all of you, I really hope that 2022 is a great year. So for your actions and options this week, you have the King of Cups, right? So in a lot of ways, this is about you tapping into that innate skill that you have, right? And the thing is as well, because the King of Cups is very much about emotional intelligence. And I kind of feel like, especially because you've got this Emperor here, this is about you really starting to ask yourself, where is it that I'm going to be best served? When I put my heart, my time, my soul, my energy into something, where is it best going to be served? And this also suggests that you're channeling whatever emotional state you are in currently, and you're putting it into something. Right, this is you really deciding, okay, this is the way that I want to continue. This is the path that I'm going to take. This also could suggest that a King of Cups, so Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio male, may assist or help you in some way. But this is in your actions and options, which means that this is you seeking this person out. So in a lot of ways, this could be a week where you're doing something that's very uncharacteristic and asking for help. And I actually think this could really do a lot for advancing you forward. For your communications and conversations, you have the 9 of Wands. Now, interestingly enough, in this deck, it's actually quite a victorious card. And you've got this right underneath the Emperor. So this week, when it comes to your communications, I kind of feel like, you know, that famous Capricornian mouth that you guys are known for. When you're ready, right, people get a cussing. And I have to say, this may very well be a week where there is something that you have to say, that you have to get off your chest. And there is a sense of triumph behind these cards, right? Because you've got the Emperor there. So it suggests that whatever you're forging ahead with, whatever you're communicating out into the world, it's maybe not going to be the easiest message, but it does suggest to me that it is one that you need to get off your chest, and it may very well clear the air. It will certainly make you feel better. So, you know, that being said, just make sure that it's actually going to serve a purpose in the long run, and it's not just you spouting off for no reason. All right. So, but I mean, with these cards, it looks like this is a strategic telling off. That's probably the best way to put it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I kind of feel that this will be you. I almost want to say, because it is the Emperor, right? So we do need to consider that somewhere here, a boss, an authority figure, a supervisor, etc. may feature. And I kind of get this feeling that it's almost like you're saying, you know what, I'm going to not go toe to toe or head to head with my boss, but I'm certainly not going to hold back on something that I think or feel just to spare this person's feelings. Like, there's something that you need to say, that you need to get off your chest, and you're going for it this week. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I really love this for you. It does suggest that this week, it's almost like you're rounding up the troops, and not in you know, it's not about giving people a pep talk. It's about reminding people you're here to do a certain job. You're here to do a certain function. Let's get it done. And it's not like a do as I say. It's about you kind of getting in the trenches with everybody, which is always so much more, like, it helps people so much more. So, and then finally, for those of you that are retired, I mean, this week I would give some credence to the ideas that you have. And the reason I say this is because it looks like there's something you've harbored for a long time, that you've had really strong feelings about for quite a while, and it's like you haven't expressed or voiced them. And this week I feel like maybe you're going to be invited to, and somebody's like, okay, wow, they've gone, you know, really gone for it. I wish I hadn't asked them now. But when you get your moment to speak, do it. For your love and relations, you have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we've got a lot of fire energy here, right? So this could be a very powerful, very dynamic week. I do have to say it could be a very choppy week as well. We're now fully into Scorpio season at this point. And I got to be honest with you, Scorpio season is one that I often find personally challenging, because it marks quite a few difficult transits and periods throughout my personal history. So this time of year I'm always a bit like on tenterhooks. But Scorpio season, for, you know, for everybody, it's a time of transformation, and in order for things to transform, something has to die, something has to give. And so this week I would not be surprised, in fact, for the rest of the month, you know, for most of November, right? For most of, certainly for all of this week and most of November, I would say be ready. Now, when it comes to your love and relations this week, you got the Knight of Wands, right? So for those of you that are single, you're feeling yourself, right? You're feeling open and flirty. You've already got witty banter. So this is you really tapping into that energy. It's like you want more passion, you want more fire, you want more heat, you want more enjoyment in your life. And it's like this week you're open to whatever ways that can find you. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could literally be you and a partner are very passionate about something, and maybe you have differing or opposing views, but it's not a problem. It's like you're able to really voice your strong opinions and still, you know, be okay. If anything, it could help spice things up a little bit, and I will say no more at that. For your money and materials, you have the Knight of Cups. This is definitely a very sensual, very sexual week. Why? Because two knights represents the energy of intimacy, right? So there is, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, The relationship definitely takes on new heat, new fire, new spice. For those of you that are single, this could be a great week to be flirty, to get out there, to have fun, you know, to connect with people, especially because you've got that Emperor there as well. So it's likely to be that these will be people that you connect with through your work. The only thing that I often say to people is just be careful, because, you know, if something goes sour with somebody that you work with, you got to see that person every day, and it could be kind of awkward. So, you know, now, when it comes to your money, specifically your finances, this could be great. It could be really great, because there is an offer here that comes in that is financially very stable or very secure. Now, because you've got this Nine of Wands here in your communications, I will say that there's a chance for you to negotiate. There's a chance for you to maybe put some sort of extra spin on something. There's a chance for you to maybe get more than is offered, you know. Don't push too hard, because obviously then, you know, eventually people will just say, no, now you're taking the piss. But like, there is a chance for you to negotiate a better deal for yourself. So take it when it arises. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I often say to people with this, your ankles, your feet and your toes, but also this is a good time to think about your hormones, right? So in any way that you can support your own endocrine system, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but any way that you can support that aspect of yourself and your body this week, do so. It does suggest that you'll be feeling good in yourself anyway. That's one of the things that I like about the Knight of Cups. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is someone or something coming into the home that enhances the experience that you have there. So for some of you, this could just be good news, especially good financial news, maybe good news about a partner's finances, maybe they're getting a raise. There's a few ways that this could show up, but all in all, I actually think this could be a really nice week for you. There's interesting, because it's a lot of water and fire, and that produces steam, right? So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.